Good afternoon, Cancer Men. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. Hey, gentlemen, what I'd like to do is to go on and give you your romantic specific reading, which is 2019. And, gentlemen, this reading is valid from now until the end of this year. Gentlemen, I'm using my Lenormand's deck as illustrated and displayed as we see here. In addition, gentlemen, I decided to use a few additional oracle decks to give you a bit more parting advice into your situation. Gentlemen, if this reading resonates with you, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please take a few moments to do so now. So, gentlemen, basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm just kind of letting you know the predominant female energy that I'm kind of seeing coming towards you time and time again throughout this entire year, okay? You might already be dealing with some of these females. It looks like it's more than one here, okay? So, gentlemen, I'm going to go on and make a few general observations, and then we're going to get started, okay? I'm kind of feeling, gentlemen, just by looking at this woman appears to me to be certainly someone from your past. I'm feeling. I'm also getting a sense that she appears to be a bit tall, you know, for some of you. I'm also feeling that she might even be an individual. This might be a long distance or an internet type romantic connection that you have, and I'm feeling that she lives abroad, or she's foreign in some sense, or she's been educated abroad, okay? She might even be a flight attendant, gentlemen. I'm also seeing that she's very exotic looking. I'm feeling a sense that even for some of you, she could possibly be famous, but she's very driven as it relates to her career. I feel that she's very open-minded, gentlemen, but I'm kind of seeing or getting a sense that she seems to be very depressed and seems to be a negative thinker, you know, at times, and she seems to be a little bit draining, okay? I'm feeling. It seems that she's running away, or that she wants to run away from something. And I see that a fresh start seems to be on the horizon for her. Okay, I'm seeing something in conjunction with a romantic getaway. And even I'm seeing something, gentlemen, there. It looks like there may be some type of a canceled vacation that seems to also be lurking, or that might kind of crop up for her. Okay, gentlemen, let's go on and get started, and start with the card here that fell to the bottom of the deck here. We have this mountain card, gentlemen. So this card, gentlemen, is certainly all about obstacles, problems, hurdles, and blocks. And it draws our attention to earth type signs, the Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns, as well as fire signs, Leos, Aries, and Sagittarius. So this card kind of emphasizes, or it kind of lets us know already from up front, that this woman appears to be very harsh. She's mean and uncooperative. And when you see this card here, it might even show or kind of indicate that your relationship perhaps has been stalled in some sense, or there's been a blockage, you know, to moving forward with her. Because I'm hearing that this woman appears to me, gentlemen, to be a bit shy, lonely, you know. It might even, gentlemen, she might even be a bit single, kind of depressed, and feel a bit bitter about something. Gentlemen, I'm also picking up that with this card, an older type woman, okay? So that's what I'm kind of noticing here with that card. So let's move right along, gentlemen, and look at your next card. There we have the ship card there, gentlemen. So with this card is certainly, gentlemen, is all about adventure and travel. And it connects us to fire signs, Leos, Aries, and Sagittarius. So it certainly adds to what we see here about this woman being a bit, you know, very exotic in some sense. And I'm seeing a lot of dark features, gentlemen. Perhaps African, Asian, Spanish, or perhaps even of Mediterranean descent. And, gentlemen, it is also quite possible that she might be someone from whom that you've been estranged, okay? And I'm also feeling someone from your past, okay? And I'm feeling that, you know, with this card, it makes her somewhat worldly. And because due to the traveling nature of this card, she might even be a bit unstable. But once again, she could be a travel agent, or she might even work on ships, or even live near water. I'm feeling a foreigner in some sense, or picking up a foreigner, okay? Gentlemen, let's move right along and look at your next card here. We have, let's see, because you have some interesting cards, gentlemen, that I'm seeing here that, you know, fell into your reading, okay? We have this star card here, okay? And so, gentlemen, this card is certainly all about, optimism and destiny, and it connects us to air type signs, okay? Libra, Aquarius, and Geminis, okay? And this card says, gentlemen, that this woman might even be, as I suggested from the onset, somewhat famous, or if she's not famous, she's very highly recognized in her chosen profession, okay? And I see her as being a dreamer, and somehow she looks very idealistic or very creative and very independent, okay? And I'm seeing a very clear complexion, and, even, gentlemen, with this card, potentially, even she has sparkling, type eyes that I'm kind of also, getting, with this card when it kind of comes up, okay? And then just to add the next card here, the Sun card, okay? That card certainly is all about happiness, excitement. And it draws our attention to fire and earth signs once again. So that shows that she's very attractive. She has a very nice smile, gentlemen. And as I said, she seems to be very successful, career driven, I'm feeling, gentlemen. But, gentlemen, with this card, it can make her a bit arrogant, okay? Your next card here, gentlemen, we're going to examine here is this Stork card. Stork, okay? So, gentlemen, this card certainly, connects with water type signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpios. And it says that this woman, she is like a busy bee. She's always on the go, but she's very tall and refined with this card, gentlemen. I'm also seeing blonde and dark blonde features with kind of light color eyes, okay? But this woman, it seems like she has a very hard time settling down with perhaps simply one person. Perhaps she gets bored easily, okay? But again, it looks like she's very thin and fussy, I'm feeling. And I'm kind of getting that either she could be a foster parent or she might even be a nurse. But I'm kind of seeing overall a lot of commitment issues, And as I suggested, she might even be searching, gentlemen, when you have this card, she might even be searching, for her next best catch, if you will, okay? Let's move right along to your next card, gentlemen. We have that Coffin card. And, gentlemen, that card is certainly all about changes, right? And it usually speaks, gentlemen, of negative events, okay? And it draws our attention to fire type signs, Sagittarius, Leos, and Aries, as well as earth signs, once again, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. So this card says, gentlemen, that, perhaps you might even, be thinking about someone that has died or a lover that has died, or you might feel that this lover is dead to you in some way and you want to just give it a break. You might also be thinking about a relationship, gentlemen, that didn't go well, but this card certainly says that with this woman, she's very negative, and I'm feeling she's a depressed type individual, and she might do something or work with the funeral home or something in that sense, okay? And she might also even be a bit sick with this card, gentlemen, okay? Okay, gentlemen, let's move right along to your next card, which is a good card, so it kind of softens the blow of that negative card that we have here, because we have that hard card. And, gentlemen, this card is certainly all about our emotions and our feelings and joy, And it connects us to water type signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpios, and says that this woman, or one of these women that you're dealing with, is certainly emotional and very caring. And it forebodes well, gentlemen, for a good relationship with this woman. I see light or chestnut brown features, okay? And I feel that she potentially works in perhaps a hospitality, I'm feeling, hospitality type industry or hospitality type career, in some sense, when I'm kind of getting that card, gentlemen. Okay? So, gentlemen, let's move right along. Here to your next card here, we have that dog card there. And, gentlemen, of course, that card is certainly all about, a loyal friend or either a soulmate type connection or a strong bond that you're going to be feeling with someone, or that you already feel with the female that seems to be around you or coming towards you. And again, this card connects with water signs. So this card undoubtedly shows that, again, gentlemen, it adds or emphasizes the fact that this is certainly someone that you already know. And it's probably an ex-flame or someone that you're involved with or with whom you feel, gentlemen, a very, very strong connection. And perhaps someone that you've had problems with in the past or delayed. Something has been delaying with this relationship, I'm kind of feeling. So, gentlemen, we know that this card represents the woman, so there's no further discussion about who that card represents. So let's move right along, gentlemen, and just examine your last card here. And actually, in most traditional Lenormand's deck, you wouldn't see a card 40, but this is a new, more newly invented deck. And so we do have another card that's been added, and that card is card 40, and it's the market card. So this certainly shows that, because this card is certainly all about trade or work or commerce in some sort, this shows that this woman is very busy, savvy, and she could potentially, gentlemen, work in a bank, or she might be a consultant of some sort, or even, gentlemen, work, as a sales type employee or an executive of some sort, okay? So, gentlemen, now that we've examined all of your cards, all of your enormous cards, what I wanted to do is just to go on and just offer you a bit more parting advice into your situation with, selecting or deciding to use a few additional oracle cards. So, the first we're going to examine comes from Doreen's Virtuals deck, the Ascended Masters. And actually, I decided to, select 2 cards for you guys to just give you some information that I think that would, help you along with your situation. So this card, your first card here, gentlemen, is asking you really to try to open your heart to love a little bit more, because everything, gentlemen, that you've been wanting or that you've been praying for, it's going to come as a result of you sending that energy, towards heaven. And this card is kind of also saying, gentlemen, that if you want to kind of have a soulmate type relationship, this card is asking you, gentlemen, to heal whatever doubts or whatever fears that you've been kind of putting forward or putting out there in the universe. And try to, once again, gentlemen, be loving to yourself. Love yourself first, okay? And the second card, gentlemen, that I decided to select, it also comes from this same deck, as already indicated. And the card selected, gentlemen, is balance your career and your home life, gentlemen. And this card is, gentlemen, is really has been drawn because it wants you to know that, perhaps you're working a bit too hard, and you need to take time out to play and to have fun, and make sure, again, that you're not putting someone else's needs ahead of your own, gentlemen. Okay? The next oracle deck I decided to use, gentlemen, it comes from also Doreen's Virtuals deck, Healing with the Fairies. Okay? And the card selected, actually, I only selected one card from this deck, gentlemen. And actually, the message that this deck is kind of indicating to you, gentlemen, is, guess what? It's time, gentlemen, that you take a vacation. And this card is saying that maybe you need to kind of take a break from all of this stressful nonsense or foolishness that you've been dealing with. And it's urging you to kind of, once again, take time out for yourself, gentlemen. Once again, love yourself more, because, gentlemen, if you don't, no one else will, okay? I did actually decide to go on and just pull another, card from this deck, because I felt actually 2 cards kind of, popped out here. And the next card here is emerging, and it's kind of suggesting to you, gentlemen, that your true self is really emerging, and is asking you to just, to remain confident and just go with the flow of things, okay? I decided to also select 2 cards from Doreen's Virtues deck once again, the Romance Angel, and the 2 cards selected is Codependency in the Wedding. So this codependency card it seems to be suggesting that codependency issues might be at play in your relationships, or even addictions. There could be substance abuse or something that's going on that's, you guys are kind of toxic to one another, and that you need to, find a place. And if counseling is needed, then that's something that you might want to consider. Also, what I'm kind of seeing here with this additional card here, wedding, is that perhaps there is a wedding that seems to be coming up for you guys this year. Either you or either someone close to you, or something that, you're going to be discussing. Perhaps maybe you're going to set a date, or you're going to actually move forward and actually get married. In fact, this year, gentlemen. Okay? Gentlemen, the next card I decided to select for you comes from the Magical Unicorns deck, gentlemen. And this card, the card selected is Actually, I selected 2 as best friends and one step at a time. So this card is kind of suggesting to you that perhaps the people or the persons that you're dealing with, they are indeed your best friend. You do have a soulmate, seems type connection here. And this card is kind of saying that really true friends really stick together, gentlemen, no matter what, you know? And when you're also looking at this card, as I selected another card from Doreen's Virtues deck, Healing with the Angels, I also selected friendship. And it's telling you, once again, that friendship has an important, is playing an important role in this relationship. And you need to remember that you were friends first. And maybe you need to try to, to go back to doing how you used to do things with this card, because it's telling you one step at a time, gentlemen. Lots of taking little baby steps to help you manifest or get the love that you've been so, seeking, okay? And with using 2 additional cards from Colette's Baron Reads, The Wisdom of the House, a night cards, I selected 2 additional cards, and the High Priestess of Fire and Focus, appeared. And so these cards are really echoing the same messages that has been predominant or pervading this reading. You need to focus, gentlemen, on what will be your best step to take and utilize your intuition, okay, to help you put your best foot forward, okay? And last but not least, gentlemen, I decided to go on and select 2 cards from Sylvia Browne's deck. And the message here, gentlemen, is to, gentlemen, try not to criticize others. It kind of sets up negative or negativity in your lower body. And it's also, this message here additionally is saying, vengeance can really only hurt you. Let God and the universe deal with this situation. So if someone has hurt you, let God take care of the situation. Just continue to be who you are as a person. So, gentlemen, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought. Once again, gentlemen, if this reading resonates, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you have yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. And, gentlemen, I'm presently offering a promotion which is valid until the 8th of this month. Okay, $20 a question. If interested, you can certainly contact me at WAT61073@gmail.com. Enjoy your day, gentlemen, and I certainly look forward to hearing your comments. Thank you.